Hi everyone and welcome back to the Colour Cave where we like to play with art stuff. My name is Jem and I know I've been updating you mostly through the community posts recently, and I thought it was about time we had a little face-to-face update. So just want to kind of fill you in on what's been going on and what is going to be coming up here on the channel. The first and sort of biggest thing that I wanted to talk about was the subscription boxes. For a long time, the Upcrate and Scrawler box unboxings have been the backbone of the Cave videos because they've been regular and, the other videos have been kind of fitted in round about those things. I have now cancelled the subscription to both of those boxes for multiple reasons, which I wanted to explain just to give you a better understanding of the reasoning behind it. The first one is I have been subscribed to Upcrate since it started, and I started my Scrawler box subscription in 2017, late 2017. I have seen most, not all, as was proven in the live stream last week. I have seen most of these supplies repeatedly, and it's very rarely now where I get something new, something novel to play with or something that I don't know anything about and something that I have to learn about. So I feel that that side of it in terms of the videos is getting quite repetitive. Obviously, because I've been subscribing to these boxes for so long, the cave is absolutely overflowing with supplies. Now, bearing in mind I had a clear out when we left the first cave, which was in 2020, and then I had a clear out as well when we left the second cave, which was last year, and this room is still bursting with art supplies. And I am very much a person that doesn't like to collect clutter, and if I've got something I want it to fulfill its purpose. I absolutely hate the idea of art supplies languishing like away in the back of a dusty cupboard and just not seeing the light of day. Obviously, like all of us, I've only got so many hours in the day. I've got my proper job, I've got this to, I've got the cave to deal with, and obviously living on a farm, there's loads of stuff going on, dogs, etc., husbands. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's lying about that's just, well, it's just not really fair, is it? The other reason that I decided to cancel them is the price of the boxes versus unboxing them on YouTube. The subscription box game has been around for a long time now, it's been a trend for many years. The price of the boxes has steadily risen, which I would just like to say I wholeheartedly agree with, because the cost of everything has gone up. These companies have to make a profit, but also in turn I have to make a profit, and it doesn't matter how small that profit is, but that's the money that keeps the cave running. I've recently replaced a microphone because the old one went dud. That there has to be money for those kind of things, although I'm not looking to make a fortune off of being a YouTuber and a content creator. And the views on these unboxing videos have dropped substantially on YouTube, and for me personally, those views have halved roughly on a sort of month-to-month basis. So the videos themselves aren't generating the same revenue that they used to either. So when you offset that against the cost of the boxes, it becomes unviable. So that's kind of the logic behind it, that's the reasoning behind it, and I wanted to do something to replace that regularity of those videos. And having just discussed what I have about supplies languishing in the cave, there's so many supplies that don't get used often enough. So I have taken the liberty of labelling every single art supply and the different brands with letters and numbers. And what I want to do is a series, so there'll be 2 videos a month, just as we had with the subscription boxes. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put up a poll at the beginning of the month and get you guys to pick the letters and numbers, and then I will create 2 videos a month based on what you've picked out. So at some point, every supply in the cave should see the light of day, should get used, and I can rediscover some of the stuff that I don't touch very often. And some of the things like that come to mind are polymer clay. I have lots of polymer clay. Maybe we could do a couple of videos with that. And scratchboard art as well, which, when I first tried it, I really enjoyed it. So there's lots of scope there for variety, different things. In terms of the subject matter for these, I haven't quite decided how we're going to do that. But as always, I will always ask for your input and always appreciate any suggestions for that as well. So we're going to call it something like Discovering the Cave or Adventures in the Cave, because we are literally going to rediscover all these art supplies that I have collected over the years. And the next thing that happens because of this, it does have a knock-on effect on the stash shop, so the cave shop that is on the website, because what I was doing before is obviously unboxing the boxes, and for supplies that I already owned or had no interest in and knew that I wouldn't use, they would go into the stash shop as a used supply at a very cheap price. I have no intentions of stopping providing good quality used art supplies, and I actually think that I may provide them more regularly because I have a reason to seek them out now. Most of the time the things that I get usually come from like house clearances, donations, a little mooch around some charity shops, and sometimes you know, I look online, but it's very difficult to get things now. So as long as there is supply, I will still continue to root out used quality art supplies and provide them at a very decent price. The other shop news is surrounding our lovely Swedish friend Julia of Julia K Art Studios, and I have 2 new colours for you this month, so 2 watercolours, and we have this lovely delightful pale yellow and this gorgeous purple, and these are flat colours, so there's no sparkle in them, and we wanted to really start to build up a repertoire of usable colours as well as just the shiny shinies, and obviously the purple and yellow complement each other perfectly. So if you would like to get a hold of some of these, they're available on the stash shop right now. You can check out this link, and the live link is down in the description. If you just want to click on it, that will take you straight to the paint page and you can seek these bad boys out. Julia is working on a new set of paints called Fire. Some of you may have seen her swatches and things on social media. I personally am very excited about this, and because of that, Julia is hoping to send those to me in the not too distant future, so we will have them for release here at the Colour Cave as well as on Julia's Etsy store. Again, the link to that is down in the description also if you want to check out all of her paints. And in doing that as well, I always tell her to like hang fire and let me see what else I want or need that she's got before she sends it over. So we will be having a bit of a Julia K restock in the not too distant future. We are waiting on the newest paints curing. It has been very warm in Sweden. Every time I see Julia, she's quite pink. But she's Swedish. Swedish people do that in the sun anyway, don't they? And because it's been hot as well, it's also been very humid, which is slowing down the drying times of the watercolour. So I'm just waiting for her to give me a wee nod, and we'll get a restock on the go. The last thing I wanted to talk about is our live streaming situation. We will be continuing with the work in progress Wednesdays. The next one for this coming Wednesday is up and scheduled, so you should be able to set yourself a wee reminder, and we're going to continue working on Basil, our sunbathing sheep and his llama floaty. There's been chats about what we're going to do after that. I do intend to keep up the WIP Wednesdays, perhaps not on a weekly basis, but at least fortnightly, so that will still be a regular feature going forward. And what we're going to do after we've finished the Aqua Buddies, again, will always be discussed, because the live streams are very much a collaborative effort and a lovely way for all of us to connect and create stuff together. And I just do the legwork. The other live stream that we've been talking about, which is going to be a bit more impromptu, in the last WIP Wednesday, we talked a little bit about the Castle Art pastel tint pencils, and I happened to mention that I haven't swatched them out. I hadn't used them at all. They were just sitting in the tin. Again, back to my first point about supplies just sitting languishing. So I am going to do a live stream, which is just going to be a swatching live stream of the pastel tint pencils. It's going to be very relaxed, you know, chatty back and forth. So if you want some background noise or you just want to come and hang out, you will have to keep your eyes peeled for that. It is, unfortunately for me, harvest time. It has descended upon me, and I am minus a husband quite a lot of the time just now and working really odd hours because of it. So the first night that Mr. Jem is working late, that will be the evening that I do the live stream. I can guarantee it won't be a Wednesday, because obviously we live stream at 3 PM British summertime on a Wednesday just now, but there will be an evening, and I would say probably in the next week and a half, And as soon as I know which night it is, I will let you know. But if you keep your peepers peeled for that, if you want to come and join us for that, and I'm not even putting a time scale on that, it'll take as long as it takes. And if it takes all night, well, I'll be here because I've got nothing better to do. That's going to be a nice little bit of variety for the live streams as well. So I hope you're as excited as I am. I feel as if I've kind of turned a corner a little bit over these last few months. Most of you will know I was struggling quite a lot mentally after a run of ridiculous events last year, and it really did affect me. And things have got progressively better, which I'm really happy about. And I feel now as if I'm kind of like starting to fire on all cylinders again. And part of that is obviously becoming more involved again with my artwork, because for a while there, I had no inclination, I had no notion to really create anything. So while that gathers momentum, obviously I like to share that with you guys because that's what the Colour Cave is all about. So I hope there's lots more to look forward to that even I haven't thought of yet in the coming months. So that is it for today, guys. I want to thank you very much for coming and checking this out, and I will see you very soon back in the cave for a video or a live stream. I hope you're all having a great day. Bye for now.